Guys, welcome back to episode 2 of xCaffè. How are you doing, David?
All good on my side. I mean, it's Friday, but still in the work mode. So I think I will manage to touch some grass on the weekend. But right now,
Yeah. We do
do
not
some more.
sleep. Web3 and AI, we do not sleep in both markets. So we work 8 days a week, 27 hours a day. Got to be done. It's the only way. It motivates me and it excites me.
Yeah. I'm not-
We've got go on, David. Sorry.
no, I just want to say that I'm not gonna ask you how are you because I already know how are you. And if you already explained, so
I'm great. I'm great.
perfect.
So the objective for today, guys, we promised we'll demo the current product and where it's at, and slightly talk over what's coming up in the month of December, I guess. We slightly delayed when we were going to record this. Predominantly, if you guys have been watching the AI space, we've had tons of launches from all the major AI, I guess, platforms out there. From Gemini 3.0 is out, Grok released 4.1, even OpenAI released a new thinking model, and Claude's Opus 4.5, incredible for dev work, vibe coding, kept us super busy and having lots of fun at the same time. But here we are. We're here to demo. So what I'm going to do is I've got the project all set up, loaded locally. I'm going to share my screen. Never tried this in the Riverside app before. So there's a screen button here for sharing my screen. I'll share screen to is it in its entirety. Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Awesome, guys. So we're going to walk you through Inflectiv Alpha and we're going to create a data set. Let's get on with the demo. So what we're going to do here is load up Inflectiv. There we go. Already logged in. Let's walk through and create a data set. Now, the data set we're going to walk you through today, right, it is kind of based on where we're seeing demand. Where we're seeing demand in people are interested in robotics data sets, people are interested in trading data sets. Why? Obviously, everyone wants to trade like a pro, right? So how do you do that? How can you get AI to support you in doing that? And how can you get a data set that's ready for AI agents to consume and help you make trade decisions, right? So we do that in a really simple way. So what we're going to do is I'm going to upload historic information that we get from our partner Mobula and some research that I've done on, just simple in a sense that we're looking at different trading patterns based on, candlestick charting patterns, right? Now I'm by no means an expert in trading, right? So this is going to be a super useful demo. Maybe I can learn something from the data set and the agent we upload. So let's create a data set. When you come to this nice create data set screen, you've got 4 options currently. You've got the ability to upload your own data sets. You've got the ability to scrape data from our website. You've got the ability to generate synthetic data using AI, or use the AI to enrich your existing data sets. And you might do that when you do blend all sources, which the idea here is doing all 3 things, right? Now, let's upload a data set, right? I've got some data in my example data set here. So if I look at the historical trading data and the trading patterns, if I open that, it's uploading both files now, right? It's analyzing the files. This can take a few seconds, depending on the size, maybe a few minutes too. Now it's doing magic in the background. A little bit about what we do in the background. We take this data, right? We pass it through to an embedding model like Gemini's embedding model, and that will create like an embedding file, which is chunked and formatted in a structured way that AI agents can read. Now, this is then taken and stored into what's known as a vector DB. And now you're ready. You're ready to do agentic RAG. I'm a dev, but you guys aren't devs. And Now you can do all that dev exercise just by uploading a file, and your data is getting ready to be ingested by AI agents or used by AI agents. Now it's analyzed the file sets. You can preview what the file was about. So we've got this Binance BNB historical trading data. This data set contains daily historical trading data for BNB USDT. It covers a range from December 31st to 2017, all the way through to November 23, 2025. Now, disclaimer, this is the daily price, right? So at the close, what was the price of BNB against USDT? And then we have a daily price from the past, I guess, 8 years, right? Up until last week. That's now paired with a nice little trading patterns PDF that walks through categorization, descriptions on patterns, psychological insights, trading logic, key patterns. So now imagine like you're a newbie, right? You're following your favorite influencer on X who's got a Substack or a newsletter, and you collect all that information over time. You upload it to Inflectiv, and you're like, okay, let me ingest some. And we're doing some, we've got some automation in the works of our partner, Mobular, that we'll be going live with in December, maybe January. The idea there is, rather than you going to have to source the trading data yourselves, we'll just, we'll allow you to choose your target token pair, and we'll generate a CSV file in this case, or maybe a JSON file of that price historic data, which you can then match it with your trading pattern. So if you've got your favorite influencer or favorite trader, let's say you're looking at old school trading patterns from experts of the Turtle Trading Camp, which is a well-known trading thesis, which is all about cutting losses early and letting your winners just run, right? There's a strategy there. I know at high level, but it's known to be a very safe trading philosophy. The idea is not about the number or your percentage win rate. It's about accepting losses early, and then when you get the wins, they're bigger wins, and you make up for the small losses that you made over time, right? Like imagine pairing that knowledge here and then saying, okay, historically look at this data. How would it trade, right? How would this strategy make these decisions, or why did it make that decision, right? So I'm going to go ahead and create this data set. Now we've uploaded the data. It's going to process it. It's going to create the data set for you. Should do it pretty rapidly because there's only 2 files with about 12,000 there, 38,000 words in total. There you go. Data set's created. Now I've got a couple of options. I can add additional data to this data set and then regenerate the data set ready for AI, or I can encrypt it and upload it to Walrus, which is our decentralized storage partner, which allows us to ensure the data you upload has high data availability, and it's useful for when we launch the tokenization element of our platform, which allows you to monetize the data sets you're creating. So upload your data, monetize it. The first step to do that is encrypt and upload. We use Seal to do the encryption. We store that data on Walrus, and now with Seal on Sui chain, you can actually token gate access to that data. So any agent that wants to come in and make a request, they would have to pay, right? So we're looking at X402, the framework that the guys over at Base have put together to really allow A2A payments, right? We're working on traditional SaaS manner as well. So API calls are made and you get charged for that as well. So there's that way. But X402 is where the market's really heading. You've also saw Google release a similar framework that X402 is following, which is all about A2A payments. And I really do think that's what the future is going to be. Now, I'll credit this data set. I want to know, what does it do? How can I confirm that someone's going to want to buy this data set? I want to test it, right? So we've created this really simple ability for you to create a chatbot agent, right? It takes you to this form. We're going to make this all agentic as well in a future update. So you can just say, my data set for trading, for example, right? Upload an image if you want. We won't do that. I'll give it a description. Even this is optional. Hey guys, this is a data set for trading BNB, USDT, um, and to do some cool learning on how to trade. Now, disclaimer, this isn't financial advice. AI is not going to give you the secret recipe to trading, right? Which is what our platform's all about. We'll give you the data, but everything comes with financial risk. And David, you agree, right? Like this isn't financial advice, bro.
And he's just put NFA, please, because when you started writing
NFA,
this,
not
when you start
financial
writing description,
advice. 100% will probably result in a losing trade, as this is an example. I could give that advice, right? So if you look at this data set, guys, this is probably going to result in a losing trade. Is obviously when you're creating data sets, a lot more work that you might want to put into it for creating something that has better execution or better abilities of understanding what to do, right? And that's the secret sauce. So it's for you guys who have got that proprietary data stuck in your heads to come to this platform, provide the platform with the data, and now you can resell that. Someone might want to use it. They might be like, this guy's a genius. Look at what their data set can do. And that's what we're unlocking here. Now I'm gonna make this publish. We'll talk about what published, unpublished is. We've got different types here as well. Right now we're focused on web, but we've already built out the tech to enable these bots to work in Telegram and Discord. We are rushed in rolling that out. Our focus is data creation and being the number one data marketplace, not the agent generation, right? Which is why, we're working with the likes of Eliza OS guys using their framework to generate agents. They do the agent work, right? Or, we're in talks with other projects that do great work with agents, right? And that's a bit of alpha there. And they create the agents. So their agents come to our platform and pay and use and take data sets from us. So yeah, let's go ahead and create this. Unpublished, published is allows you to let others come and play with your data set if it's published, right? So when you publish it, you get this public link. If I actually go here now, yeah, and you can see there's a really simple page. If you upload an image, this would have replaced the image, your title. Anyone can come here and now chat with your data set. And it's like giving a buyer the ability to try before you buy sort of thing, right? So I'm just going to visit it in chat mode. So this is like, if you created a data set, this is the view you get for your data set and the agent that's associated with it. Now, let's click, what can you help me with? Let's do a really simple query. It's going to tell us what it can help us with. Now, this little spinner here indicates that it's gone off to the agent. The agent's reviewing this data that's sitting in a RAG database. And they're going to come back to us with a response based on the data set that we uploaded. And now you can see, I'm here to help you analyze the provided cryptocurrency trading data, BNB USDT, along with a comprehensive database of technical analysis patterns. Cool. Okay, so let's ask it a different question. Hey, can you tell me which pattern I can use to check which way the market is heading for BNB USDT? Now, one of the things we are working on for these agent bots is bubbling up the chain of thought, right? So you can sometimes sit here 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, waiting for a response. Now, that's just technical terms. We're doing API-driven REST development right now, but the upgrade that's coming will support SSE. So when the agentic agent's doing an action, it will be posting what it's doing back to you, so you can actually see in greater detail, the chain of thought that's happening. So now whilst we wait for that, we can talk about the month of December and what's coming up in January. Now, without divulging too much information on key partnerships, key partnerships, and we'll discuss what we're going to be up to in December and Jan. But would you look at this? It's come back. That's a great question. Trapped away. Yeah,
I think that the partnerships deserves a new episode dedicated just to them.
we could do, but maybe let's see. You guys are the audience. Do you guys want a dedicated off episode where we talk about our partnerships? Maybe we get our partners on one by one as guests, David, and that's the way we do it. As we look to announce them, right? Maybe like short 5-10 minute episodes. We get them on. Open market. We're both new to podcasting. We're learning. Love to hear what you think. So let's come back to us, right? It said to track which way the market is heading, you can look at a variety of technical patterns, which broadly falls into 2 categories: reversal patterns, continuation patterns, trend patterns. And reversal patterns broken down. Look at the uptrend, look at the downtrend, look at market structures, vehicle structures, change of characters. And there's quite a lot of information here. I'm not going to read that out. But what I will do is, based on trend patterns, can you tell me the direction BNB USDT is currently heading based on the data that we have? So this, obviously it's got the daily price range, right? So based on the dailies, it will get me back what it thinks the direction of the chat is heading, right? Now, the agent we've built here is data interrogation. It's not going to be the best agent at figuring out which pattern or which trading insights to use for any given scenario, right? What it will be good at is just allowing you to interrogate the data, so you don't know there's enough information in there where then any developer or any user can go away and create their own agents, right? That then specialize in doing X, or maybe making a trading agent based on this data set, right? Like that's the idea here. Based on recent trend patterns in the daily frame, it appears to be heading in a bearish direction. Oh no! Well, we've seen the market crash in recent weeks. Where it goes from here, you know what? What I say about like the influencers on Twitter, they all have a post that says they're bullish. They also have a post that says they're bearish. And then 6 months from now, they say, "I told you so," and link their post from 6 months ago, which went either direction, right? It's very hard to predict which way the market's going to go without looking into a lot more detail, right? So right now, our agent's like, "Hey, this is the closing price. This is where we are. This is where we're heading." And you can see it's giving you some great analysis there, right? Now, this is a really simple demo of what we have right now. What you can do, you can create data sets. In total, David, how many data sets have people created?
As of today, I think more than 3,000 data sets and more than 2,500 agents, chatbots were created. So
Let's go. Let's get to level 9,000, guys. Go Super Saiyan mode with Goku. So we've got a lot of data sets created, right? And a lot of these data sets people have uploaded, they're testing, they're playing with the platform, which we love you for. It is our alpha release. We're going to be moving into our beta release over the next 2 months. That's your alpha there, right? With that, there'll be additional tooling in terms of being able to surface up what data sets that we have currently available in the marketplace, what's available. We're going to start talking more about how you can tokenize those data sets, how you can take those data sets to the market. A lot of that information is going to start surfacing. And then when we do our TGE at some point, still planning it right now, we're having lots of conversations, you'll be able to launch your data set tokens as tradable assets. And obviously then the market determines the price, right? But around that, we'll be releasing a lot of tooling with regards to APIs. So you can do A2A conversations between agents with the data sets that are on our platform, releasing SDKs so you can have data ingestion. We're looking at the opposite, which is, again, we talked about A2A, just APIs where you can connect your agents to, if you're not using any traditional A2A frameworks, looking at supported tooling for trading data ingestion. So that'll be on-chain trading data ingestion. And then also looking at surfacing up capabilities for robotics, right? Robotics is huge with the advances we've had in AI, training robots and interrogating that data, varying that data, getting it ready for robotics is like completely changed with the number of iterations AI can do. And, if you look at robotics data sets, they're in the petabytes, right? So really helping with the right tooling to surface up data sets in the marketplace and making them available for everyone. I mean, we're working with a lot of open source and free data sets, but the marketplace now becomes available for anyone that's got that proprietary data to bring it. And then users can then play with that data, understand that data before they make a choice to buy that robotics data, right? So you'll see that. So I think the first release that you will see is tighter integration for our AI creation. We've got a framework being released that will allow you to create AI agents or AI agent chatbots based on a well-known Web3 framework. Or you mentioned it on this video, go back and check it out. Then we'll be looking to surface the marketplace, which is a way for you to explore what's existing, what's currently there, what are others doing. And we're looking at how we do gamification elements as well, right? To encourage users to come play on our platform, create data sets, chat with data sets, and then we can see based on the gamification and what people are doing, understanding what our user base is doing, right? Because we really want to be user-centric, building something that makes sense for our customers, for our users, for our community. And that's going to be our approach here. So I hope that gives you a lot of insights in what we're doing. Hope that shows you that, we're working on tons right now, and with a lot more to come in the near future.
Yeah, and great concluding notes. I would just say that, yeah, I mean, everyone is really excited about TG, etc., and the Web3 part of it, but behind the scenes, we are really, really grinding and trying to make a really, really sustainable solution and the business model. So I would say that the time will come.
Absolutely, the time will come. More information will be released when we're ready and when it's right. And I think we're there with the dev tooling and we're there with the execution and what is possible. It's really, for me, my focus now is just surfacing that up, bubbling that up so everyone can see, okay, look at all these great data sets they've created. There's definitely demand for this platform, and that's all been organic demand as well, which is what I love about it. So we'll keep rolling that out, that tech stack out, and go from there. But like, I can't wait to do another demo when we go through like how people can tokenize their data sets, because that's our unique selling point, right? It's all about creating data, liquid gold market, basically, right? What happened for NFTs and stablecoins, that we're doing that here for your data and your information. So let's go.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Thank you, guys. David, let's close off the show. Guys, peace out. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for tuning in.
Cheers. Bye-bye.